Hey friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Becca, and today I will be showing you two versions of Tres Leches Cake. Today is my husband's birthday, praise God for that, and I will be adding pumpkin spice to his because that is his favorite, and I will be making a low-carb version for my dad with a homemade monk fruit sweetened condensed milk. Let's get started. Okay, so we are using just a regular cake box mix because it's so much easier than having a homemade one, and I honestly need to do this quick because I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I got bombarded with kids and my sister-in-law needed a haircut, and so did my cousin. He added that on to me last minute. So we're going to start with the cake mix, and I'm going to follow the instructions in the back of the box, and then we're going to place in a grease pan at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes. So this asks for 3/4 cup of water, half a cup of vegetable oil, and you can use egg whites or eggs, but I'm just going to use the 3 eggs. And I have these at room temp because they will blend a little bit easier. Now this recipe, I think, got me married. I made it for my husband and he had never had it before and he fell in love with it. Now we're just going to mix this up. And we won't add the tres leches till after it's baked and cooled. Now you want to beat this maybe for about a minute or two, just till there's no clumps. And I am going to pour it into, I think this is like a 9x13 dish. You can definitely add this into like one of those throwaway foil dishes if you're taking it to a party. But you do want it to be a strong, hefty aluminum dish because the tres leches do give it some weight. And you're gonna bake at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes, just till the toothpick comes out clean. Okay, now we're gonna get started on the low carb Tres Leches cake. If y'all are looking for everything low carb, check out Low Carb Love's YouTube channel. She also has a website, lowcarblove.com. She's amazing. She does everything low carb. I would highly recommend her channel. Okay, let's get started. We're gonna start with 6 tablespoons of coconut oil. And we're going to whip that up with the monk fruit. And this is 3/4 cups of monk fruit. And we're going to whip that up till it's well blended. And it's gonna start kind of crumbly, but we're gonna keep whipping it. You could also use butter. Now this is gonna be a small cake. It's not gonna be a lot. Since not everybody's low carb, I thought this would be okay. I'm gonna up the speed. And now it's starting to cream together. Now I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons of vanilla. I love the Mexican vanilla. It is so good. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of that. Maybe a little bit more, let's say 2.5 tablespoons. I'm gonna cream that up together. Whoops. And then I'm going to add my 4 eggs. We are blessed to have farm fresh eggs. We have chickens in the back. And they've been out of the chicken coop since we got 2 goats. It got overgrown in there. So we have 2 goats in the chicken coop right now. They are clearing out the place because it got crazy in there. And our chickens are roaming in the backyard. So my dad has to do an egg hunt back there because they are just laying anywhere they can. Now I'm going to add my 4 eggs. Look how beautiful these are. So beautiful. I like my eggs at room temp. I feel like they blend easier that way, especially the egg white. It can get a little thick if they're right out of the fridge. Look how pretty. Okay, now I'm going to blend up the eggs. A little bit higher speed, just to get it all mixed together. And then we're going to add the coconut flour, the almond flour, and the baking powder, and the pinch of salt. So in here we have a 1/4 cup of coconut flour. We have a 1.5 cups of almond flour. And then we have 1 tablespoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt. And I just mix that all together. Start slow. You don't want it to splash in your face. Now it's coming together nicely. It's looking more like a cake batter. Now I'm going to add up the speed. And next up, I'm going to show you how to make a monk fruit sweetened condensed milk. That's going to take about 30 minutes over the stove, and you do have to baby it. So I would recommend to do it when you have some time on your hands. Now I greased this 9x9 pan. I greased it up with some avocado oil. And we're going to bake at 350 for about 20 to 30 minutes, just till the toothpick comes out clean. If you poke the toothpick in the center and there's still batter on it, it's not ready. So you want to, maybe add 2 or 3 minutes to that and keep checking it till the toothpick comes out clean. Now we're going to add it to the dish. Oh, look how pretty, you guys. It smells like Mexican vanilla. It's going to be thicker than a cake batter, but that's okay. It smells like Mexican vanilla. That's my favorite. This one, I'm not going to add pumpkin spice to the leches. I'm just going to make a normal tres leches out of this. Maybe top it with some strawberries or blueberries, whatever you like. Now you're just going to have to pat it down. Kind of even it out. And then we're going to place it in the oven. Okay, I'm back, you guys. I had to run some errands. I had to get our tires balanced and rotated because we're leaving out of town to the ranch. And I had to gas up the truck because my husband's busy in the shop. He owns a cabinet woodworks company. So I had to do all that for him, which is fine. And today's his birthday. And I just want to wish you a happy birthday, babe. I love you. And I thank God for you every single day. Thank you for loving me and the boys. And so now we're going to start the 3 milks, hence why it's called Tres Leches. So in here I have the monk fruit sweetened condensed milk, all I did was pour 1.5 cups of milk in a saucepan with 1/2 cup of monk fruit sugar, and you just like lay low, just keep stirring it. You got to stand by it. You got to baby it. Bring it to a soft boil and then lower the temp, and you're going to see a lot of steam. That's why it's called condensed milk, because you're basically taking out all of the water. And so I did that. Now I'm going to pour in, this is 8 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, but with the monk fruit. Then I'm going to add in evaporated milk. It's just 1 can, and this has a delicious flavor. And I'm going to start mixing that, and then I'm going to add just regular whole milk. If you prefer a different milk, go ahead and add that. Almond milk works. I think coconut milk might actually taste good. It'll give it that yummy flavor. And then I'm just going to top it off to where it makes the 4 cups. And the cake smelled so good in the oven. Oh my goodness. That Mexican vanilla really elevates the cake flavor. So I'm just going to whisk it up. And then I'm going to pour it in the low carb option, because this is the monk fruit sweetened condensed milk. And I need to poke holes in it. You can use like the back of a wooden spoon or a straw, but I'm just going to use a fork. Now don't freak out, guys. This is going to look like a lot of liquid, but the cake will soak it all up. So just pour it slowly and let it sit. If it's like overflowing, if your pan's not big enough, just let it soak up a little bit and then keep pouring the rest of it. So this is going to be a really moist, delicious cake. You can top it with whipped cream. You can make your own whipped cream, or just Cool Whip. Store-bought Cool Whip will work. And then you can top it with fruit if you'd like. So now I'm just going to pour over the Tres Leches, the 3 milks. We're going to pour that in slowly. And trust me, it will soak it up. That's why we poked the holes. Now I would refrigerate this for about 3 hours or even overnight, because in my opinion, it tastes way better when it's ice cold. So you see how it's flooding the cake, you guys? Don't worry, that is going to get soaked in. Don't be afraid. This is part of the process. Now I'm just going to pour the rest of that slowly. All right. I'm going to set this aside. Now it's the same thing for the normal sweet Tres Leches cake. We're going to pour in our sweetened condensed milk. This is just a normal store-bought one. Thank you, H-E-B. Maybe I'll get sponsored by them one day. Who knows? I wish. And then you're going to do a can of evaporated milk. Whoops. Made a mess there. Wipe that up. And then you're going to top it off to the 4 cups. And I'm just going to whisk that really well till the sweetened condensed milk is blended. So I'm going to whisk gently. Maybe I should have gotten a bigger measuring cup. Oh, I can't forget to add the pumpkin spice. So the pumpkin spice, this is how my husband loves it. I like to pour a lot in there because he just loves it so much. This is my special touch to the Tres Leches, just to give it that fall, those fall vibes, you know. Now just whisk it up really well. You know, I made this for my father-in-law one year, and he lives up in North Texas, so we don't see each other that often, but he makes sure I take him Tres Leches every time we visit. It's quite funny. So don't forget to poke your holes, guys. Just go in all over the cake. To elevate this flavor, you could totally add some vanilla. And the same's gonna happen with this. It's gonna look flooded, but don't you worry. You know what? I might add vanilla. Let's add some Mexican vanilla to this. I keep making a mess, you guys. I'm sorry. Pour that in there. Let it get flooded. Don't forget, you can set this in the fridge, let it soak up all that liquid, and then we're going to top it with whipped cream or Cool Whip. Okay, last step, you guys. We are going to add the whip topping to the top of these cakes. I'm using Cool Whip at fridge temp. I let it get nice and soft. Some people don't like Cool Whip, so if you don't like Cool Whip, you can definitely make your own whipping cream with heavy cream and powdered sugar, and you can add a little bit of vanilla. So you need to make sure your bowl is really cold. So I put my stainless bowl in the fridge before I start that. Make sure your heavy cream is really cold, because if not, it's not going to get stiff. Bring it out, whip it with an electric mixer until it gets thicker. Then you're going to slowly add your powdered sugar. There's no exact measurement for me. I just kind of like taste while I'm adding the powdered sugar to see how sweet I like it. Now guys, there's no proper way to add the whipping cream. Just add it, smooth it out, make it look pretty. We don't have to be perfect. I used to be a perfectionist and I never got anything done. So let's just make sure everything tastes good. It doesn't have to look perfect. So I'm just gonna add to the top of this. Just throw it on there, guys. We can make it pretty with the fruit on top. And just smooth it out. And I'm not gonna lie, I tasted this one and it's so good. I didn't let this soak as long as I wanted to because I had to wrap it up because we are leaving out of town today. But that milk will soak up. If it doesn't, just add it to your regular one. Now I'm just gonna drop all this in there. Now remember, this one I did add pumpkin spice, so I might add a little bit of pumpkin spice to the top of this one. Oh no. Okay, I won't edit that out. Just to show it doesn't always have to be pretty. Just smooth this out. And I won't be able to get a taste shot because I am taking this with us. But I will show some pictures at the end. So guys, stay tuned. I will be making maybe some vlogs of the ranch, what we're doing over there, kind of give y'all updates. Of course, I will be adding more cooking videos. And I hope you'll enjoy these videos. I do have my comments off just because I don't want to get discouraged about posting more. But maybe eventually in the future, I will turn those on. And here we have it. Our regular box cake, Tres Leches, and our low carb almond flour, coconut flour, Tres Leches. Please stay tuned for more recipes. Let's make cooking and baking simple and enjoyable and just easy to do. Let's not overthink it. Let's put our love into it and show our loved ones how much we love them by providing a nice dish for them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Stay tuned for more recipes. I will try to post once a week, whether it be in cooking, baking, a thrift flip, a DIY, you know. I'm trying to find my niche here. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye.